Hello and welcome to Doodle Factory. This game is very similar to Shapez. However, it's got some unique twists to it, but it's basically about delivering shapes from the board to the hub and upgrading your factory. But you can manage multiple boards, and the play size is the field will start to jump into one, but the board here is very limited in size, whereas in Shapez you have pretty much unlimited space. Here you have all these blockers, and this is all you have to work with, one board right now to start with. So basically it wants us to deliver 25 circles to the hub so we can put an extractor down. Blip, blip, blip. And put down a belt. Blip, 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 blip. And that's how you deliver shapes to the hub right now. We don't have anything else, any mergers or splitters or anything like that right now, so the best we can do is for to the hub. But that'll complete level 1. Alright, so that is circles delivered to the hub. Let's click on the hub here. Now it wants 25 squares. Squares are made by putting items in a combiner. So we can just, let's delete these 3 circles into a combiner. Just delete all this stuff. And that delivers squares, so we can set up a whole bunch of these row. We need 25 of these, so let's just, no sense sitting around waiting, let's just put a whole bunch down. Actually, we can just put it right there. And might as well take this one down. And that is squares. Alright, that is our inventory up here. So we have 100 squares in the hub right now. I click it, it spends 25 of them to turn in the mission. We've apparently completed another upgrade, so let's go ahead and do that one. So now we need belt speed 25, so I'm going to 150 is our next upgrade to the hub. But let's do these real quick, extractor speed. And let's get some more circles on belt. So we've unlocked splitters now. Splitters and mergers are basically the same thing. Let's just delete all this. Give me some room to work. So let's see if one of them can do 2 combiners. So let's put 2 combiners over here. Put some splitters in. See, I'm gonna put it one off the thing. We could put it right here, but I want to see if the belt's back up or not. So that'll do good there. That way we'll be able to see whether these belts back up or not. Put a belt coming over here. And let it fill up. And while we're waiting, let's put in a splitter over here. So it doesn't look like it's going to keep up. But my guess is 3 of these could support 4. So we'll just do this for now. Put these 2 in, come into here. See if this backs up at all. Let's just delete these, I guess. Let's put these 2 onto a belt. We'll see if it fills up the belt. If not, we will put another one on there. That'll get circles being delivered so we can increase the belt speed. Looks like that's filled. This is still not backing up. Let's go ahead and put a third one in. Just completed a mission. So this is starting to back up. I don't want to, this was just squares. Like, I don't like how you can't see what the mission was. I'm pretty sure it was 150 squares, so let's go ahead and do it. That unlocks the additional board slots, so we can have additional boards. This right now we have board 1 over here on the left hand side. We'll get to that in a minute. This belt speed, we got 36 circles now, so we can spend 25 of them, and that'll increase our belt speed. Next we're going to go for 100 belts, 100 squares and 100 circles. So this is still full. Let's go ahead and put another one in. Blip, blip. Blip. Blip, 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 blip. That'll be circles. Let's see if we can get some more squares out of this. Blip. That'll work. Blip, 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 blip. 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 I was able to sneak another square in here. It won't operate at full speed, but it's better than nothing. We do have the belt speed upgrade, so we can go ahead and do that. It really makes them move faster. See, now you can see the belt turn full, even with 2 extractors on there, so we'll have to start adding a 3rd extractor onto here. So we can throw another one over here, get circles going. See if that fills the belt. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. Blip. 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 So that looks like it fills the belt. Can't really do anything about the squares yet. So now we can see the belt speed increase here requires yellow shapes, which we do not have yet. So we could go for this extractor speed, or we could go for the hub. I think we'll go for extractor speed first. Alright, we've delivered 300 squares to this hub here. We have 300 and over 1,000 circles. I think we'll go ahead and do the hub. That has unlocked tier 2 boards. Probably have to do additional board slots to get to tier 2, so we're going to have to do this one first. So again, we'll just wait for more squares to be delivered. Alright, got the squares delivered. Let's click on this. That unlocks generate 2 boards. So we can actually leave this board as is for now, and we will go to board 2. Now you can only have one active board at a time, so there's no shapes being delivered here. You can see this number's not going up. If we go back to shape number 1, all of a sudden it's going back and they're delivering shapes. So we can leave this open for now, but we're going to work on shapes 2. We need 200 circles to generate 200 circles up here to generate a tier 2 board. So let's go to board 2 and click generate. As you can see, we got blue circles and yellow circles now, and blue circles down here. So I guess back to, we'll do 100. This hub wants 100 circles, so let's give them that. Blip, blip. Let's do this one this way.
Blip, blip. Blip. Blip, blip.
See if the boy. That's basically a full belt, so.
Blip, blip. Blip.
This won't take long at all. Actually, it's not a full belt.
Blip, blip, blip.
So we can actually bring
Blip,
this
blip,
up
blip,
here.
Blip. Blip. Blip.
That should be a full belt.
Blip. Blip.
Shouldn't really build so close to the hub.
Blip, blip.
There you go, that's done already. Next it wants 100 squares. But we gotta leave some circles being delivered so that we can increase our belt speed. So we only have these yellow circles to work with, so let's delete half of it here. And just leave that over there. So let's put in some combiners again. We're gonna build on top of the blue circles for now.
Blip. Blip.
I'm just trying to see how many of these I can get in.
Blip. 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 Blip.
So if I move these over when I can get one more in.
Blip. 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 Blip.
Then we need some splitters.
Blip. 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 Blip.
Let's put the splitters in here. This is very similar to shapes.
Blip. Blip. Blip.
I don't like blocking the hub off like that, so we might have to change this around, but
Blip. 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 Blip.
so that's good there. So now we just got to deliver some circles. Start with this one.
Blip. Blip. Blip.
And we can actually
Blip.
combine these,
Blip.
combine these,
Blip.
get a full belt going.
Blip. 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 Blip.
You can see how that stops, so we know that's how we know it's backed up, so we can chop it here.
Blip.
Put another one in.
Blip. Blip. Blip.
Alright, we've completed the hub upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we've unlocked the combiner speed. We need 300 blue squares for that, so we might have to go back to the blue board. So we have 66 blue squares and 100. We're gonna go after this combiner speed because the combiner speed is super slow. And plus we need this extractor speed. So let's go back to the blue board. Again, that's gonna stop delivering yellow pieces to the board, but so I'm going to revisit this board and actually what we can do is do we have 200 circles? Yeah, let's generate. So we can generate a tier 2 board here. Click it twice, it deletes the board. Now we have no blue shapes coming in. But this gives me a lot more blue circles to work with, and I feel like more room. And we could even do these yellow ones if we want. So let's put some blue squares on the board here. I kind of got a bad random generation. This block here blocks a lot of access to the hub. So I should have re-rolled again, but it's too late for that. I've got some squares going here. I'm going to actually concentrate all on trying to get 1,003. Looks like we need 1,300 blue squares to do all of this. So I only have 300 here, so I'm going to just make this whole board blue squares for now. Alright, I've crammed all the blue squares I can on this board. We do have I have to do the extractor speed, so let's do that one. Now this requires 500 orange squares. We have no idea what that is yet. But let's complete all the blue upgrades first. This combiner speed looks like we can do that as well, so let's go ahead and do that. It looks like we're going to be back to yellow here pretty soon. So the last one we need is 500 blue squares, and then we can switch back to yellow squares. We should probably deliver some circles while we're at it here, so let's just do
Bloop, bloop. Bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop.
might as well throw them in the hub while we're sitting here waiting. We got the blue squares delivered. We are going to want to make sure we deliver blue circles at some point because they're required to generate boards. So we're going to make sure we have a stockpile of those. But let's go back to board 2. We got to redo this a little bit now because the belts aren't full because we increased our belt speed and our extractor speed and all that good stuff. So we don't need yellow circles at the moment. We really need yellow squares. So let's go ahead and stop yellow circles from being delivered. And see if we can get this line backed up so that it's pretty close to full. Alright, we've got a couple choices. We can upgrade the hub. We can upgrade the combiner speed, or we can upgrade the belt speed. I think we're going to do the combiner speed. It seems to be kind of slow. You can see it backs up a little bit here. So I guess let's do that one first. So we need 500 of each of these. We'll probably do belt speed next before we do the hub. That should actually speed it up quite a bit. We're at 260. There's really nothing I can do. I could generate another board, I guess, and see if we get something worthwhile. Eventually we'll have the ability to get rid of these or have less of these on the board. These squares are backing up, so let's do belt speed first before we do the hub. This requires purple, orange, and yellow. We don't know what orange or purple is yet. So now this should climb up pretty quickly because we've got the belt speed maxed out, or as high as we can get it. Combiner speed's as high as we can get it, so the only thing that's left is the additional board slots, which I'm not worried about yet. And the hub upgrade, so hub upgrade will be next. Alright, it's climbing at a nice steady rate here. That's 500. Let's claim the hub upgrade. This is the most important one here. Active boards, 100 yellow squares. The minute we get 100 yellow squares, we can have 2 boards active at once. So we could have this board and this board all delivering shapes to the hub at the same time. So super handy. We're going to want to unlock that right away. But we're going to start that next episode. That's just kind of an introduction. So thanks for watching.